Hey guys, how you all doing? It's FishyFisher coming at you with a brand new episode of Nothing Harder. If you don't know what this show is about, basically I'm playing Super Smash Bros. for Wii U with every single character in the game, including the Mii Swordfighter, who is today's character, who wasn't very well, or who wasn't really suggested, more implied, but the people who did suggest him are down below right now. Thank you all, you lovely people. This was what, let me go in, let me start by saying this was Sakurai. I decided to make Sakurai just because no one sent me a new Mii, and it's kind of a little too long ago since people sent me old Miis, because I did say I was going to do Miis a while ago, and people did send me a lot of them, but that was so long ago that I don't actually, it's going to be so long to find those, it's going to just take so long and blah blah blah. So I chose to do Sakurai. Also, this was recorded while I had no internet, so I didn't really have a chance to see what people suggested. But now I'm facing Ness, and the Mii Swordfighter in general is a pretty cool character. I mean, I don't know if he's. It only took me 5 tries to do this one. So I think that itself says that it's a little better than the Mii Gunner, because the Mii Gunner took me a lot, like over 10 tries to do at least. So I think he's better than that. And the Mii Brawler is a good character, so I think probably he's the second best Mii, but I don't know. No one really plays as Miis, to be honest. They just take a lot of setup, and I don't know a lot of people if a lot of people do setups in Smash, or just kind of set up and play just Smash. You have to actually go out of your way and create these Mii characters to play as them. So I mean, the Swordfighter is cool and all. He's kind of just like, he's not bad. It didn't take me long to beat it with him, and yeah, I think he's all right. But what I was saying was, I thought this was the second last character. Turns out it's not. I thought that this was the last character before Olimar, which will complete every single character, Nothing Harder. Turns out I actually haven't done Diddy Kong, and I said last video that I did, and that I don't know why people were suggesting him, but totally turns out that I definitely haven't done Diddy Kong. For some reason thought I did. I don't know why. I think the reason I thought I actually completed it with Diddy Kong was that I completed 9.0 with him, not recording it. I just did it as an attempt to try Nothing Harder. I guess I was supposed to see if it was even possible that I could complete it back when I was starting the series, and you know, he was the best character at the time, so I figured that if I could beat with him, I could probably, or that's a good sign. But then I decided to do Donkey Kong instead, because you know, he was the worst character at the time, supposedly. So that was a good way to test it out. You know, if I could do it with the supposedly worst character, then I could likely do it with every single character. I hope it makes sense, but I haven't done it with Diddy Kong apparently, or I don't have a recorded version that I can do commentary over, so I'm gonna have to hit up some Smash and get that going. And I believe that is the second last character. I believe Diddy Kong, once I complete Diddy Kong, there's only Olimar after that. And I've already completed with Olimar, so 9.0 is coming to a rapid close, or just the regular series of Nothing Harder. So, yeah, I've actually finally gotten home now, and I have Wi-Fi, so my YouTube channel is going to be back in full swing starting this week. I'm hoping to have a video this Wednesday, and then also a video this Friday, so back to the regular scheduled Fishy. Everything is going to be good. More Splatoon videos coming out, all that lovely, lovely stuff. So you guys can look forward to that instead of just the one video week I've been posting, to be honest. Got a lot of stuff coming on, a lot of really great ideas, and a lot of cool stuff coming. So FishyFisher's channel is going to be great, I know. And also, whoa, that was a devastating explosion. I'm going to start Nothing Harder challenges, so feel free in this video, you might as well, because unless I'm also forgotten that I think I've done a character, because Diddy Kong may not have been the only character that I thought I had completed. If there is another character that I've done, feel free to suggest him instead of Diddy Kong, but I'll probably do Diddy Kong then Olimar. That's probably the way it's gonna go. But definitely Olimar will be last. But yes, he is done, and I have actually completed my first Nothing Harder challenge, because it is really hard. Trust me, guys, this took me about 36 tries, and that is a lot for a try. Not as much as like some of the other characters I've played. It's not the most one I've had before, but it is a lot of tries. It is definitely that is getting to the territory of a little too many tries. But I don't quit. I don't give up. I'm gonna do nothing harder with every single character, and then once that's done, we're gonna do the challenges, which I've already completed one. Working on the other one, which, I mean, I could tell you, but it may be a little bit of a surprise, but it's definitely a challenge that has been suggested. I have 3 challenges that I'm gonna try that are very, very difficult. One of them I've already completed. So hopefully all goes well. The one that I'm working on right now is probably one of the most famous ones, and I have yet to complete that one, but I've gone very close multiple times. And oh, Bowser teased! You almost Bowser bombed off there. That was not gonna be smart. But yeah, I think this gameplay got really lucky, because that first Bayonetta fight took a long time to kill. I mean, don't think I didn't notice that. It took a long time to kill a Bayonetta, because it is Bayonetta. I mean, give me a break here, guys. And this is a Mii Swordfighter. Then again, it is Sakurai. He should have an unfair advantage. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I think they should patent Sakurai to be completely overpowered and unfair in this game. Just, you know, because that's for balance reasons. He's earned it. I think he earned it with this this game that he's released, because, boy, this is a great game. But yes, I do have some questions I'll answer later, but I only have one because no one seemed to answer the question last time. But also, I was going to include a riddle of my own in this video, because I did say last video that it would be cool to have a riddle of the video in every single video. So since no one actually gave a fan one, since no one actually gave a fan riddle this time, I'm just going to give my own, and I'll do so every single time that there's not someone in the comments who give me one. The one that's obvious, I suppose, or one that hasn't been done. So, the riddle for this video today, and if you know the answer, put it in the comment below, is I have 2 coins, and if you add them together, they make 15 cents. But one of them is not a nickel. What are those 2 coins? So one of them is not a nickel, so the nickel is 5 cents, I guess. So what are the 2 coins that I have that add up to 15 cents? So good luck. That might be a little. I don't really know about the whole U.S. coin system, to be honest. But in Canada, we definitely have a ton of coins. I don't know. I haven't really explored the U.S. or other I've explored more of Europe than the U.S. to be honest. I've only been to Europe a few times, and I definitely want to change that. I definitely need to tour U.S. and take on the states and all that. And I know a ton of people all over the country now, so that'd be pretty cool. But the riddle is, as I said earlier, rewind if you want to hear it. You want to get it once from me, and we're gonna continue on as we go on to the Mii fighters with the Mii Swordfighter. We're going to go on to the question I have today. Most of the questions, or there were some questions saying, or there were some questions that were just kind of like where I thought Diddy Kong was not done yet, and so that I kind of answered that. So if you really want me to, I guess I technically answered more questions, but I actually do have a proper question that I'll get to in 1 second. I just have to find it. Where did I put this cheeky question as the Mii fighter goes against these Mii fighters, I guess. Mii Swordfighter goes against the Mii fighters. I'm gonna pop up this screenshot that I took, which the question comes from, as I take on my brethren, FishyFisher1 Gaming, who loves to comment on videos and says, "Dear Fishy, I don't know if I was supposed to do this. I just thought it was funny. What is your least favorite video game and why?" And also, even if I don't have to say Dear Fishy, I'm still gonna say Dear Fishy because I think it's funny. Well, probably. Ooh. Well, I'm gonna have to categorize this. I'll make this a little bit more specific by saying, "Oh, that was disrespect." That the Mii fighter tried to footstool me. But to make this a little bit more specific, probably my least favorite video game I've played. It's hard to play. It's hard to say because there's tons of games out there that, no offense to the creators, that just aren't good, and a lot of them just don't even get to me at that point because I don't know. I don't. There's a lot of games that I just don't play, but there are some games that I may have gotten at one point that I may have regretted getting. And I don't really know. I don't really have a least favorite video game that I played. I had tons of GameCube games that were like really those like bargain bin ones. That's the games I mainly played as a kid. So I had games like Spider-Man 1. And this is actually a good story. This is actually say. So I could actually say that my least favorite video game and why, because this is actually a funny story, would be Spider-Man 1. Because I don't know if you played Spider-Man 1, and I'm talking about, this is GameCube days back here. I played PS1 days, I think, but or maybe PS2. Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, there's a huge difference between those two games. Like, Spider-Man 2 introduced the open world concept of, and like swinging around the city and stuff, and that's the game I wanted. But when I went to go buy the game from the store, and I saw in the bargain bin, and the cover was Spider-Man 2, and I was like, oh my god, open world, swinging and stuff, like right trigger to swing my right hand, and left trigger to swing my left hand, and stuff like that, and realistic, it just, that game was so much fun. But when I actually got the game, opened the case, took the game out, put it in my GameCube, I realized they accidentally gave me Spider-Man 1 instead of Spider-Man 2. And, you know, most people might be like, oh, well, it's just a different Spider-Man game, what's the big deal? No, there's a huge difference! What are you talking about? I want the open world web swinging, beating people up Spider-Man game, not the set, like the preset levels where, you know, if you fall off buildings you instantly lose your level, the life or the level or blah blah blah. I wanted the open world exploring as Spider-Man where I could just jump off buildings and land on cars and stuff, and that kind of game. So I was really disappointed and borderline sad. I was a good old young fishy at the time, a little guppy I suppose. It was a shame, and so that was, I played the game once, and I just didn't like it, because it was not what I paid for, not what I wanted, and I actually never ended up switching the game, because the only GameStop at the time, or EB Games in Canada, was so far away by car, and since I was a young fishy, I had no means of getting there, and I didn't really know the bus system well at all, so there's nothing I could do, and I was just sad and annoyed, and so that's probably why it's my least favorite game. So sorry it took so long to explain it, but I guess I never told that story ever, really, so why not tell the story now when I have no other questions to answer? But we're getting to the kind of end, I suppose. Oh, I was so close there to making it through without losing a life. That would have been awesome. And a shame I didn't, but getting pretty close here, and honestly, like, the Mii Swordfighter is not bad. Like, I just destroyed that Master Shadow guy, so I'm pretty proud of him. He's not bad. I've definitely had some, I've had some really cool clips from the characters that I've been doing, the challenge that I've been doing, and it's so sad that I'm not able to share those with you guys because they're fails. Oh, you know what, I'll just say it was Solomar. I haven't completed with Solomar yet, but I've been going so close with him, and I've gone some so amazing clips and just kills with him, and it's so sad that I haven't done it yet because, he was just annoying because he's really tough on this part. But I'm not going to talk about him, I'm actually talking about the Mii Swordfighter, because Mii Swordfighter is getting really close to the end. Well, he's getting close to this part right here, and this part right here, I'm just getting so used to it. But remember, gotta kill these enemies, and I've learned that it's always extremely useful to attack those guys that cover the platforms, because an attempt of mine earlier, I tried to be risky and just say, you know what, I'm not going to kill the enemies this time and see how that goes. And two of those spiky enemies actually ended up on those small platforms, on each of the small platforms. So it was just basically impossible to get on that platform without taking any damage from them. And I think this character was a little hard to actually defeat the enemies. Normally those enemies die when I launch one of the other airborne enemies into them. So it's a little strange having to actually take them out myself. They are a risk and they are a challenge. And, you know, each enemy here is not just kind of there to be a minor nuisance. I suppose they're there to try and stop you. So those guys definitely are included. But we're getting close to the end here. Just remember, if you guys want tips for Nothing Harder, I give them during these videos. But I was considering, I'm going for the heart container here, by the way. I was considering making a very long and in-depth guide, maybe not long, but a very, very in-depth guide on how to beat Nothing Harder. Because I'm getting to the end of every single character, I've learned quite a lot of my experience of playing Nothing Harder, and I definitely have a lot of useful information and tips for people that may not necessarily want to watch through every single episode to get the little bit of tips that I sprinkle throughout these videos. So I could definitely, and not easily, But if people want to do it, I can make a very, very useful, user-friendly guide for Nothing Harder that could help most people succeed in playing Nothing Harder with, at least their favorite character, right? Maybe not get to the point with which I'm doing, which is defeating every character, because honestly, like, why would you? But say you're having struggles to get defeated with that one character for that challenge or stuff like that, let me know, because if there's enough interest in it, I would love to do it, and I may make a Twitter post and stuff like that. But I've written a script already just to see how it go, and I think I could definitely make it extremely useful and just a really good tool for people who are struggling with it, because I did it first, and I've definitely gotten a lot better over time with the information that I know. So if you guys think that's interesting and you guys need help with this more, let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure you leave a question for me to answer next time, so I have more questions to answer as we go on to Diddy Kong, probably. But as Sakurai, the Mii Swordfighter, takes on this, I want to thank you guys all so much for watching once again. Sorry for my delay with not having internet, and I'll have lots more videos coming in the future. Comment, subscribe, like, all that lovely stuff that I love you guys all so much for doing. And I'll see you guys in the next video, as I hopefully won't be destroyed by Master Core here. So, this was FishyFisher, guys. Bye, guys.